Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out, slinging spells. I hate your deck. Each episode, we highlight a new commander deck that you get to see pop off in a glorious fashion. We show up, sling spells, and have fun. Now meet our players for this episode.
Hey, what's up everyone? It's Lynch from I Hate Your Deck. Are you ready for another spicy episode that could have a pinch of salt? Anyways, as always, I love playing paper magic with my friends.
What's going on, guys? My name is Daniel. I'm back for another round of I Hate Your Deck, playing with some amazing people. I'm so excited to be back on the show, and I'm ready to sling some spells.
How's it going? I'm Shane, back on the show. It's a pleasure to see you guys again, and I'm just ready to have some fun.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Larry. Excited to bring you guys another sweet game with our friends. So rad, dude.
Oh, we're friends?
Yes, I think so. I mean, this is official.
Mi corazón.
I mean, keep in mind, we are at the table, though.
And it is funny that we went from, again, playing with you on our Patreon Discord to being here in person so we can kick each other's ass while looking at each other's faces. Vial, Smasher, and Tharasios are typically seen as CDH, I would say, commanders. They're known for being CDH. However, I chose to build this in a different way. I don't have any of the CDH mana rocks in this build. Exile matters. So besides Demonic Tutor or Vampiric Tutor or like a couple cards like that are in my lands, most of the cards in their text box will have the word exile. Whether it's a creature, sorcery, instant, exile. Like I have a card in here that's like instead of draw a card, exile 2, you may play them. A big part of what I want to do is either exile my own stuff to cast them, so it's like having another hand, or exiling your guys' stuff. So I do have the big beaters like both Atalis because they also exile. And then I have Prosper because of exile. I have Paco and Halden because of exile.
So you're playing all the good exile colors, and these guys are here for the colors. I don't see exile written anywhere on here, but they're both sweet.
When I cast my first spell, he will smash you in the face with the exile's mana cost if it's huge. God, I can't remember the enchantment right now. But it's the red enchantment that whenever you cast a spell from exile, the commanders have smack that person in the face.
Yes.
So if I have both of these out and I cast a 7 CMC spell from exile, I'm gonna smack everyone in the face for 14.
No, I believe it targets, but each of your commanders get that ability. You basically told us why this deck was not CEDH, and are now telling us why it's still big scary. So I'm down, dude. I like it.
I want to be honest. Like it has some big scary stuff in it, but because it doesn't have the CDH pieces, it's gonna take me longer to get there. It's like I do have Soul Ring, but there's no Mana Crypt, no Mana Vaults, no Jeweled Lotus. So I don't have the stuff that I feel like really helps that CDH of like get there super fast. Exile matters. And I thought it'd be fun, and I do have Rift Sweeper in here because the problem with exile stuff is it's till end of turn, and then your stuff stays in exile. So you might have stuff that like, you know, maybe what if my Atali gets exiled too early and I don't have 7 mana, like the only way to get it back is Rift Sweeper.
I love a world where Rift Sweeper matters. Yeah, I'm here for that world, Mike. Thank you.
So Vial Smasher the Fierce is a legendary partner 2/3 Goblin Berserker. When you cast your first spell each turn, choose an opponent at random. Vial Smasher the Fierce deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to that player or planeswalker that player controls. So it will be at random when he does damage, but ideally I get him out early and then I start casting spells and at random doing damage. Then there's Tharasios, Triton Hero. Merfolk Wizard, legendary creature, also has partner 1/3. Pay 4, scry 1, then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, otherwise draw a card. It does give me a little bit of a manipulation of my top deck to kind of help make sure I get some kind of banger.
So what I'm bringing today is Grolnok the Omnivore. It's 2 green and a blue. It's a legendary frog, and when a frog I control attacks, I mill 3 cards. When a permanent card is put into my graveyard from my library, I exile it with a croak counter on it. And I may play lands and cast spells among cards I own with exile with croak counters on them. So I'm also using my exile to generate card advantage. It's kind of like a second hand. Make sure I get as many frogs out as I possibly can and start swinging out, milling my own stuff just so I can have extra card advantage, because I'm very notorious of missing my land drops. So this is going to help me make sure I don't miss my land drops, hopefully, and you know, just cast a bunch of frogs and stuff like that. There's nothing crazy in here. I didn't put Jewel Lotus, I didn't put Mana Crypt in here. It's more of a friendlier build, but still more of a Simic, still going a little bit faster than hopefully you guys, is just get them out, start swinging, and start getting more cards that I can work with.
Listen, it's not that we don't want to play Mana Crypt and all this stuff. It's just that when I'm editing, sometimes you end up seeing the card a lot. So sometimes we want to have a game where we don't just see the same cards. So maybe when you build your decks, you can definitely throw in all the fast mana and these kind of builds. But sometimes we just want to have fun and not necessarily see the same card every time you might see in a CDH or other kind of decks.
I am running Rowan, Scion of War. That's 1 and Rakdos. Legendary creature, human wizard. Has Menace. Its activated ability, when I tap it, spells I cast this turn that are black and or red cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you lost this turn. Activate only as a sorcery, and it's a 4/2. I cracked this in a pack when I was gambling a little bit, so I wanted to build it because it seemed fun. It's kind of a hurt myself to hurt others kind of thing, so I run things like Black Market Connections, Bolus's Citadel in here. I also run a lot of red shenanigans because I love red. Basically, I'm trying to steal other people's cards and then sacrifice them so you don't get them back. Yeah, I don't run anything like fast mana or anything.
I'll be saying I hate your deck pretty fast.
That's the goal, so I'm excited to play it.
Looking for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I came
already hate it. We haven't even started the game.
Let's play, dude.
My salt level is climbing.
That's okay.
That's a really cool way of picking your next commander, just cracking it out of a pack and saying, oh look, it's a cool card.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear you guys say that because that's exactly the case with Phlage, Titan of Fire's Fury. It's a legendary creature, Elder Giant, at 6/6, and when Phlage enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. Whenever Phlage enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage to any target, and I gain 3 life. And it has the ability Escape for double red, double white, exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. And that means I may cast this card from my graveyard for its escape cost. And so that's kind of what this deck is. A little bit of a love letter to Lightning Helix, a package and uncommon dedication to the cycling
He's
mechanic.
just like pop, 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 pop.
That's the idea. So I'm going to be cycling a bunch of stuff to fill up my graveyard. You hopefully using that to fuel Phlage and fuel other shenanigans, and so sick. So many shenanigans.
Was Escape first when the Uro?
Yeah, that was Uro and Kroxa.
This was the second time they printed the mechanic?
Yeah. Yeah, any modern players might surely know about this card because it's like absolutely ruining modern right now. And like I opened it in a pack and I was like, oh, this is actually really cool. So I think I might build it as well for Dual Commander. Like I'm loving this card.
Hey guys, if you can support this show, please join our Patreon. It allows us to keep bringing you episodes every other Friday. Plus, you can play in the Discord. That's how we met this guy, Shane. And he's Villainous Kill Stash in the Discord. I'm Spiral Out. Eileen's RPG Fox. So hey, help us out if you can. Join our Patreon, and we'll keep bringing you spicy content that'll hopefully inspire you.
I hate your deck.
Roll to see who goes first.
5.
6. Oh! Now you're last. I know,
last.
that's sad. Sad for you. Sad
Right.
times. Quickly. All right, you guys all ready? We all good?
Ready.
We're good to go.
I'm gonna draw for turn, and I will play Windswept Heath for land for turn, crack it second, lose a life, pass my turn.
I'll
good.
draw, play a mountain, and pass.
Fair magic. All right. I
so
will
far.
draw, play a Black Cleave Cliffs. It comes in untapped because I have 2 or fewer lands, and I will pass.
Draw my card for turn, Yavimaya Coast. Then I'll tap it for a green, I'll lose 1 life. And then I'll cast a Birds of Paradise. Tap it, add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool. Then I will pass after that.
Tropical Island into play. On your end step, I'm gonna tap it, Mystical Tutor. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna untap, upkeep, draw. I did.
You had me, dude.
Oh my god.
I know.
Blind and sinker, doggy.
I knew you were, I could tell you were like, no, get the fuck out of here, this asshole.
You said Honest Magic way too soon.
Badlands. Yep, pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Hey, I know you. Fury Calm Snarl. As it enters the battlefield, I may reveal a mountain or plains card from my hand. If I don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. I love these in 2-color decks. It taps for both colors. It often enters untapped. I'll pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Like to see that. I'm gonna play a Swamp for turn, and I'm going to tap 2 and play one of my favorite cards in all of Magic. Fetid Imp. It's a 2-drop, flying, and I can give it Death Touch for 1 black until the end of the turn. And I'll pass the turn.
Love to see it.
Bop the bird.
I'll untap, I'll go to my upkeep and draw my card for turn. That's awesome. I will play a tapped Breeding Pool, not paying 2 life. And I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Untap, draw. All right, so I'll Marsh Flats, tap a crack at second, lose a life. Go get another Bayou. That was fast. All right, I'm gonna tap 2 mana. I'm gonna cast Passionate Archaeologist. It's a background legendary. Commander creatures you own have whenever you cast a spell from exile, this creature deals damage equal to the spell's mana value to target opponent. We talked about this earlier. It's a fun one. I'm glad I did it. I would have casted one of these guys, but then I'm like, you're just gonna bop me.
It's crazy how effective
I probably
that is.
will now, because this is all big scary. So you pass
I
up
have
to
to
that?
have big mana to be big scary. This is 3 mana.
3 mana turn 3.
Okay, prior to the end of the turn, you guys are all scared of me. Here's what my deck is actually doing. I'm going to pay 2 and cycle Coordinated Charge. If you've never heard of this card, that's because it's objectively terrible. Creatures you control get +2/+1 on an instant for 5 mana and has cycling for 2. It is in my graveyard. I'm drawing a card.
Oh.
And then I'm going to go to my turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play a command tower. Then
sure.
I'll pay 3 and cast Spirit Cairn. It's an enchantment. Whenever a player discards a card from his or her hand, such as cycling, I may pay 1 white. If I do, I put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying into play. Yeah! This is a lot of what I'm doing, you guys.
That's it.
Another card I've never seen.
Big scary, not really scary.
Honestly, the
I
10
passed the
cents.
turn.
All right, untap.
The big scary is when he steals your commander and starts zapping all of us.
From my graveyard.
Don't need, yeah.
No, when you,
No, I'm just
when
kidding.
after you-
Hey, Beta.
well, he's running black.
All right, I'm gonna play a mountain for turn. I'm not a coward, so I'm going to bring out my commander.
I feel offended.
I think he just laid down the gauntlet.
And
I
I will
saw. He
pass
was
It's
the
like,
turn.
someone's here.
Oh my god, all right.
I like your
Sebastian?
style. If everybody casts their commander, then I really got a decision to make.
It's okay.
I can't kill everybody's.
It's gotta happen to somebody sometime.
Go to my untap, upkeep, I'll draw my card for a turn. Play my land for a turn, which will be an Island.
But you do have 4 mana.
I do have 4 mana.
Cast your commander.
And he's definitely coming out because he said, Mama didn't raise no
Let's
bitch.
go!
Oh, apparently I'm the only bitch at the table.
I'm gonna cast Grolnok the Omnivore. Is whenever a frog I control attacks, I mill 3 cards. When a permanent card is put into my graveyard from my library, I exile it with a crow counter. I may play a lands and cast spells from among them as long as they have a crow counter on them. And after that, I'm gonna pass my turn.
I will untap, draw for turn.
Give him a decision. Do it.
Yeah, Larry. Can't kill all of them. What's up, Lightning Helix?
Who's the biggest threat now? Hinterland Harbor enters battlefield. I control forest twice over, so it's fine. And I control an island, so it doesn't come in tapped. All right, I'm gonna tap 3. I'm gonna cast Halden, Avid Arcanist. Human Wizard, 1/4. I had to double check my hand. If like, is there anything I can cast that he can blow the fuck up? I'm gonna do his other thing, which is gonna allow me to go find Paco.
Yep.
Put Paco in my hand, which because normally I have these as my commander, this is a fun thing I haven't really gotten to do is go find a partner in my deck. So I'm actually super excited to do that. Partner with Paco, 1/4. You may play a non-creature card from exile with fetch counters on them. If you exiled them, you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. Can't cast your creatures. They will stay exiled. They'll still have fetch counters on them. Maybe one day they'll print something that allows you to cast a
Got it.
creature with a fetch counter. You may play, so I am able to play lands. Paco is the one who gives things fetch counters. So yeah, I'll pass. I'll just go get my dog.
Okay.
He's a good boy.
Yep.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a mountain as my land for turn.
There's Paco.
Do it.
Go into my hand though. He doesn't go in the battlefield.
Has haste.
I got crow counters and you got fetch counters.
Dude, where are the exile team?
I'm gonna pass the turn.
Oh!
He's got a lightning helix in hand, boys.
I like how you're not in blue, but that's still super scary.
I'm gonna untap,
Well, I can make a 1/1.
draw, another swim
this goes in
for
my hand.
turn. I'm gonna tap
life.
3. I'm gonna play Black Market Connections.
Oh, okay.
Black Market Connections, 2 and a black. It's an enchantment. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, choose 1 or more. Create a treasure token, you lose 1 life. Draw a card, you lose 2 life. Create a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling, and you lose 3 life. That's the card.
It's a great enchantment.
Cool. I'm gonna start the combat. I'm going to
Don't be afraid of Larry.
swing. Yeah, you know what? I'm not afraid of Larry. I'm not afraid of Larry. I'm gonna attack Daniel.
You're crazy.
I like we were laughing so hard thinking he was
You're like, he's gonna get Larry all
Yeah,
way.
we're like, yes, kill Larry, world face.
Exactly.
We're Rakdos friends. I'm gonna swing a 4/2 Menace your way.
It has Menace?
No.
Together, you're my wife's favorite colors. Mardu.
Mardu?
It has Menace, so I can't block it. I'll take 4.
Pass the turn.
Pass the turn. That's pretty rude.
Meanwhile, I'm kind of sad that the Titan of Fire's Fury will never be the fire. I think it's the right move, the power move to claim it for yourself. You're in red too.
Not
They're
afraid.
recycling.
All right, I'll go to my untap, or I'll draw my card for turn. Let's play a Forest for my land for turn.
Forest? I've never heard anyone say that.
And I'm gonna go to combat.
Roll those R's. Forest.
I can't roll my R's. I'm the only Hispanic gamer that can't roll his R's.
Oh.
There's a whole spectrum of pronunciation.
Perro. Okay, I'll let you go. Go do your thing.
I'm not even gonna attempt that. I'm gonna swing 3 at. You can give your guy.
Death touch.
No, he can't.
No, he can't. He doesn't have black.
That's correct.
Oh,
That's
this
crazy.
is the one time to do
Let's
it.
go.
Let's go.
I'm gonna swing my commander at you, Shane.
All right, fair.
Ribbit.
And on attack, when he attacks, I mill 3 cards. So let's mill. I'm gonna mill a Portal Mage, a Profane of the Dead, and a Rejuvenating Springs.
Ooh, I like profanity.
Dude, I love your deck already. That looks like such, what a blast.
I'm gonna put my exile power right here. If you have a dice.
Still put them sideways.
Yeah, so I can cast those spells and play lands if I didn't play one already. Pass the turn after that.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw.
And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Mike casts both of his commanders and gets the both counter. I just imagine what the people want, you know?
So I play a Tetrium. It taps for green, blue, or red, but it comes in tapped. But I do love that you could cycle, so if you do get mana flooded, you're able to like do something about that. All right, I'll tap 3. I'll cast Vial Smasher. There we go.
He did it. He did it.
Welcome.
You have a response for that?
Yeah, to the cast.
No.
So as we know, he's a 2/3 partner. Tharasios the partner staying in the zone. Halden's not here to hit people. He's here to call his dog. So he's gonna stay back because he's got a booty and pass it in.
Prior to the end of the turn, I'm going to pay 2 and cycle Marshalling Cry. That's going to trigger Spirit Cairn, and I'll pay a white to generate a spirit.
A spiritu.
Espiritu.
What, is it just a white? What kind of
Just a
spirit?
1/1
'Cause
white
There's a lot of
spirit with
spirits
flying.
these days, bro. White spirit flying?
Yeah. Sweet. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play a mountain.
I think someone needs to join the command party.
Well, escape costs actually he'd be able to do 2.
That's why he's cycling.
So he'd be able to do it 2
I'll
times.
pass the turn.
What a joyous time. All right, I'm gonna untap.
Well, he's like, I'm gonna cast my commander a lot of times this game. Don't worry, guys. You'll be getting hit a bunch in the face.
Draw.
Panharmonicon is gonna put in the work.
Oh my god, you put that in there, didn't you?
Yes.
It's an
Well, I mean,
auto-include.
imagine I had Panharmonicon in hand right now. Would you cast Panharmonicon onto this board?
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah.
I would.
I feel like if I were to drop Panharmonicon, you guys would dogpile me, and I'd be at like
Well, yeah.
20 life.
That's
Like,
correct.
You play Panharmonicon, you get dot pot on, no matter if you're at 1 life or 100 life.
I feel like everybody dogpiles on you anyways.
That's not true.
So it's pre-combat main phase. So you
It
know
is
what that
pre-combat
means.
name phase. This is triggering. What
So
modes are you doing? You doing
I'm
all
doing
full send?
No, peer pressure. You don't have to fold to it. So I'm gonna do.
Peer pressure's bad.
Yeah, unless it's a positive influence, just get that out of
We're
here.
possibly trying to influence you in negative ways.
I'm going to make a treasure token and draw a card and lose 3 life. 3 life lost
That was some
on
flawless
my
logic.
turn.
Woo!
Yeah,
Kevin,
token?
though, would have wanted you to full send. He full sent.
Maybe next time, Kevin. And then I will also get to draw a card. Play a land for turn,
Are you?
tap my commander, and reduce everything by 3. All spells that are red or black,
Could you lost 3 life?
because I lost 3 life.
Spells you cast this turn.
Yep. All right, 3 less to cast. Okay, so
yikes.
Sounds like you're cooking with gas here, dog.
I'm gonna tap for 1 red.
That's very ballsy.
I'm gonna play Active Treason.
Oh my god, you stealing his commander?
Yeah.
What does that do?
Gain control of
And
target
untaps
creature
it.
until the end of the turn. Untap that creature, it gains haste until the end of turn.
On the stack, active treason. He's gonna steal it, untap, and he already said he's probably gonna sack it.
That's rude. I do have a response. I'm gonna tap 1 blue, 1 blue, 1 green, 1 green. I'm gonna cast Frail Mystic. As a creature, elf, lizard, wizard, it has flash. Whenever it enters the battlefield, I may choose to counter a target spell. I'm gonna counter that.
That's a good choice.
Don't sleep on King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, man. That band's really cool, and so is Frilled Mystic.
No response.
Okay, ETBs, then this fizzles.
Sweet.
Ain't nothing but a thing, guys. I'm gonna tap 1 Fleshbag Marauder. Whenever it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature. I'm gonna sack the Fleshbag Marauder.
I'm gonna sack goes to me, the Mystic. Thank you for doing your work.
Vial Smasher.
I'm gonna tap 2 black, and I'm gonna play my second favorite card ever.
You don't have to.
Vampire Nighthawk.
Okay.
Let's go. Flying Death Touch, lifelink, 2/3. I will keep my treasure on standby, and I'm going to pass the turn.
You know, I feel like we should give Vampire Nighthawk a name.
Oh, Josh.
Well, like, who's the guy from that movie?
Twilight?
No, not Twilight. Interview with a Vampire.
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. He can be Brad.
Brad, okay.
Pass the turn.
Bad Brad.
Bad Brad.
On your end step.
On your end step, I'm gonna pay a tap this for a blue. I'm gonna lose life because I did that. I'm gonna cast Otherworldly Gaze. I'm gonna look at the top 3 cards in my library. I put any number of them into my graveyard and put the rest on top of my library in any order. And hash flashback. Let's do that. Look at the top 3. I'm gonna put these in my graveyard, but since I have my commander out, they don't go to the graveyard. They go exile with crow counters. I'm gonna exile 2 lands and put this back on top.
And you probably were gonna sack it.
I had the flashback.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, that would have ruined me. I went untap. Upkeep, I will draw my card for turn. I'm gonna play from my exile with crow counters. I should organize this better.
Mono black make everyone sack all the time.
It's a great mechanic.
It is. I'm gonna play Rejuvenating Springs from exile with the crow counter.
Oh, there you go.
Sweet. I'm gonna tap for 4 mana, 1 green, 1 blue, and 2. I'm gonna cast a Tameo, Collector of Tales. It is a legendary planeswalker, and it comes in with 5 loyalty.
Are you going up or down?
I'm gonna go up, so it's gonna go to 6. So it comes in with 5 loyalty. It has a static ability. Spells and abilities your opponent's control can't make me discard cards or sacrifice permanents.
A little late.
A little late, 1 turn late.
I can sacrifice you.
Yes, but you can't make me do it.
That sounds fair.
I'm gonna use a +1 ability. I'm gonna go up to 6 loyalty. +1. Choose a non-land card name, then reveal the top 4 cards in my library. Put all cards with the chosen name from among them into my hand and the rest in the graveyard. So I'm gonna name Black Lotus.
Of course you will.
I don't run a Black Lotus in here, so all these 4 are gonna go to the grave. But since my commander's out, they're gonna go get put in exile. I'm gonna put a Mimic Vat, Temple of the False Gods, Kashmir Transmutation, and an island.
Dude, those are all really good.
So they're all going.
Mutation is fucking great. Mimic Vat's
But
fucking
obviously
great.
you have to obey timing restrictions.
Yes.
Are you casting any other spells from exile or otherwise?
I'm gonna pay 2, tap my birds and my forest. I'm gonna cast the Transmutation and on your commander, good sir. It's an enchantment aura, and enchants a creature. An enchanted creature loses all abilities and has a base power toughness 1/1.
All right.
Now I'm not going to be swinging on you. I was going to swing on you until that happened.
You have a
Yes.
response?
I have no response, but apparently it is.
All right, response. I'm gonna crack the treasure for a black, and I'm gonna village rights my commander. I'm gonna sack it, and I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Sounds good. Then my enchantment will fizzle. It'll go to the graveyard.
Does it go back into your exile?
No, it has to be put there from my library. Yeah, they have to be milled out. All right, I'm just gonna go to combat after that.
I have a 4 booty. We would just
swing
bump.
But Larry does have 40 life, and I think he should join the club of the 30s.
Join the 30s.
Join the 30s.
You're not in 40 yet. You don't want to hit
So,
40.
you know,
That's a hard disagree, bud.
I'll go to combat, and I'll swing my frog at you.
Prior to blockers, I'll pay 2 and cycle Gilded Light. It's an instant. I gain Shroud until end of turn. More importantly, it'll trigger Spirit Care. I'll pay 1 and make a Spiritu.
Well, on attack, I still do the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
I still mill 3 cards, and they all get crow counters. Hinterland Harbor, Misty Rainforest, and a Mirror Red Phantasm.
I told you, buddy. Where's your harbor? I knew it was coming.
It was coming out.
Coming.
So they all get crow counters on them.
Yeah, then I will block with this Spirit.
Espiritu.
Spirits.
Spiritu blocker.
And after that, I'm good to go.
And my life total is still at 40 life.
Untap, upkeep, drop. All right. Paco for 5.
Okay.
I gotta do it this way because he's looking at his dog. Look at that. There we go. That
Nice.
looks like how the art is meant to be. Haste. Whenever he attacks, exile top card each player's library. I think I still should hit you because you want to lose your life, and I should make you. Oh,
You don't want to hit Tameo, bro?
Do it. Do it.
I forgot about your death touch. This is why it's good to look around the board and be educated.
Like,
I
I
think-
have no blockers, but I may or may not be able to make one if I have a cycler for 1 and then can activate here.
yeah.
There's also a Tameo at 6 loyal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
helping you a lot.
little bit.
So I'll swing at
Fair
you
enough.
with Paco on attack trigger.
On me or the Planeswalker?
Planes.
Okay.
But doesn't. So I'm swinging at your planeswalker with Paco. Attack trigger. Everyone reveal the top card of your library.
Planes.
Oh, Toxic Deluge.
Study Hall.
Okay, so they all get exiled. I only get 3+1 counters because one of them was a creature. So they'll all come in here.
But
Difference
can you
is-
play the lands?
Yes. The only thing I can't play is a creature.
Azure.
So I'm just gonna leave my creature over here, even though it does have a fetch counter. It is
Copy
in
that.
exile, but I can't, and I don't want to get confused later and get excited and then think I could cast it.
Oh, it doesn't let you cast creature spells?
It says non-creature. We got to deal damage. It's now 6.
Oh god, so you just kill it.
So we'll resolve that. She goes to the graveyard.
Yep, she is dead.
No croak because she didn't go there from your library.
Nope, no croak.
Ribbit. All right, I will now go to my second main. I'm gonna play a land. It's tough to know if I want the plains or the study hall. It just sucks that I have to pay into the study hall.
And you can play those as long as you have Paco.
Halden. You know, I think I will try the study hall package. Let's see how it goes. 'Cause at least it does tap for colorless.
It does.
Nothing triggers from me playing something from exile. Ship it.
Prior to the end of the turn, I'll pay 1 and cycle Dranith Healer. This guy actually kind of matters. Whenever I cycle another card, I gain 1 life. When I do that, trigger Spirit Cairn. I'll pay a white and make a spirit, and then I'll move to my turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll pay 3 and cast Phlage.
Oh, he's out.
Enters the battlefield, lightning helixes, and sacrifices. So I have no response to the sacrifice trigger, and we're gonna move to 3 damage to our big speckled frog.
We don't have to.
But we are.
You could do some more.
You have 20 cards, dude. Like,
You know what? Yeah, fair enough.
yeah.
Then it goes.
That
So
is like,
he-
I see your value. You've separated
Phlage is
them.
gonna go to my graveyard.
These just all lands?
Also, when it enters the battlefield or attacks, it deals 3 damage to any target, and I gain 3 life. So, Grolnok, and then I gain 3 life.
Go to the graveyard.
Ribbit.
I'll
Okay.
pay 1 and cycle Dranith Stinger, and pay a white to make another spirit, and then I'll play a Secluded Step as my land for turn.
Pass. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn.
Cool.
Kevin, I'm gonna do it for you, sir. I'm a full send.
He's out there somewhere, proud of you.
I'm gonna get a token, lose a life. I'm going to draw a card and lose 2 life. And I am going to get a 3/2 colorless shapeshifter creature token, lose 3 life. I'll be right here waiting for
He
you.
literally has the right one.
Bring in my commander.
Bring out your dead.
5.
Since I feel like our commander's died once already, I think
I mean, we're
could be
pretty
good.
good.
We could be good.
Any responses?
Because technically he could also use your croaks. He could, right? Can he, or is it your exile?
I think it's his.
I mean,
exile.
you may play lands with crow counters on.
Yeah. If he steals,
Oh, no way.
if he steals your commander, because this is like Dothy Voidwalker, anyone has access to this if they take your frog.
Oh, that's good to know.
Just so you're aware. Yeah. That's why I tell people, sometimes you gotta be careful what you put in your own deck, because others might use it.
Okay.
That's wild. What?
And you're just not realizing that? I love it.
I'm going to move to combat.
Yeah, you're in combat.
I'm going to swing the Vampy
Flying.
Brad
No one
at.
has.
Brad Pyre, looks like it's coming your way, dog.
No, it's coming your way. I'll make you take a.
It's a spirit.
All right, I'll chump with a spirit.
I'm just gonna gain myself 2 life back.
Spirit the.
Past the turn.
Good.
Funny, I thought he was going this way. He
I
fooled
feel
me.
like Brad's gonna be a marked man
That'd be
now.
rude if you went this way.
Brad's smart.
I'll go to my untap. All right, I'll draw my card for turn. I'm gonna play Field of Ruin for my land for turn. Okay, now I know you can steal it. That's makes my life harder now.
Doesn't mean he has. How many cards you got in hand?
His
I have
deck
6.
is built to do that.
Because
Yeah.
you're drawing from the fucking black market. God damn.
Only if you're a coward.
Watch me, bro.
I'm gonna tap for 1, 2, 3, 4,
You watch Billy Madison.
5, 6, and recast my commander, the Grolnok the Omnivore. And after that, I'm just gonna pass my turn. That's all I can do.
Yeah, no, actually.
No, it's
Whereas
definitely there.
Larry says, create a climate of uncertainty and fear. That's
I
one of
just
my
want to know, are you
favorite-
going to Toxic Deluge this turn?
I definitely don't.
Inquiring
think
minds want to know.
that. Untap, I'll keep draw. Ooh.
I'd be sad if you did.
It'd be rad if you did.
I'd be sad too, because then I'd be behind him.
It's talking about the escape that's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm there. Ooh.
Oh, wow, I do have 5 cards in my graveyard.
Yeah, we're talking about escape, baby. Let's go to combat. I'll skip doing anything in my first main, including I did not play a land. I will tap Paco Solid Ways.
I'll turn him solid ways and smash.
This way and my way. I'm gonna tap Paco sideways, and I'm gonna swing on you for Paco.
Ouch.
Attack trigger. Let's all
Everybody
reveal.
now. Mountain.
Damn, I got another
Swing.
creature.
Soul Ring.
So my creature will not give me a thing, but I will now because I will go to 6. So not a 9. Yeah, you want to block, dude. It does
Yeah.
not have trample.
Bonk the
Yo, the
bird.
birds.
Bop the bird. Do you want to tap and response? Float of blue.
No, I'll use my fate. My fate.
Like, I never fake it.
I'll block my Birds of Paradise.
All right, second main. I'm gonna tap blue green. I'm gonna cast Tharasios.
Okay.
Triton hero. Response is
Nope.
No response.
on the battlefield. I will then pay 1 colorless using the study hall. I will cast Soul Ring from exile.
You're-
Womp, 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 womp.
Trigger for 1. Okay.
Big
scary.
You use my mana to cast my Soul Ring.
Yes. Your mana to cast. That's why I don't want to totally kill you.
Damn, cuz.
Oh, but did you take the? Oh, you blocked.
I
That's right.
blocked it, yeah.
Whenever you cast a spell from exile, that creature deals damage equal to its spell's mana value to target opponent. So Tharasios now has Passion Argialis' ability that it gives it because it's a commander. I will do 1 damage to you since you're life gaining and making treasures. So just 1.
Okay.
This is the big scary Womps Larry was worried about with my Passion
coming in?
Argialis. Let me do a steam vents in case someone does die early. It's very sad when someone does die and you lose half your board. You're like, oh man, I forgot that wasn't mine.
Yep.
You tend to get ownership over things in your board. I'm going to tap out all 6. Ignite the Future for colorless and red. Exile the top 3 cards of your library. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, you may play those cards without paying their mana cost. So again, I told you exile matters. So let's do it. Let's exile 1, 2, 3. Jeez, man, that's not where I want my Blasphemous Act. These will be exiled till my next turn, and I may play those until my next turn. So I'll do a different little pile for this, because these are permanently exiled. This is end of next turn, and these are fetch counter exile. So I have 3 exile piles.
Yeah, feels nice, huh?
That's crazy, actually.
Well, this one I can't have access to unless I rift sweep it. So this now goes in my graveyard, and now it has the flashback for 8, which is still a lot, but I guess I'm there now. So I'm tapped out, and I pass turn to Larry.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Okay, I'll declare battle. Mike, I'll attack you for 1 in the air.
I take it. Go to 35.
This is the crossroads of the game that I have been steering toward all along.
God.
I'll pay 3 and cast Sweltering Suns. Deals 3 damage to each creature.
Oh, gross.
Tharasios.
I've just been waiting for you to deploy both of these on the same turn. I've just been holding out for the best spot, and I think I found it.
Well, you're wiping his entire
Yeah.
board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It's pretty sad.
And
pretty,
my board.
for
I'm
how much?
putting him behind for 3 mana, and it cycles.
For 3
my
mana?
God.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll give you the bump. There you go. Wow.
You see the
okay.
salt coming down my hand right now?
It's okay. That happens.
My commander will go to command zone.
I was just so excited to cast Ignite the Future and exile stuff until you guys about it.
Yeah, I will pass the turn missing a land drop.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw for turn.
I'm genuinely having a lot of fun though. The cutthroat nature got thrown out and I'm just having fun, and then it's like, whoops, the 2 black went away.
Revenge?
Uh,
Kill
Pre-combat.
Paco?
Main phase. I'm gonna pay 3 and make a treasure and draw a card.
No, all 3?
Not all 3.
Kevin's disappointing.
So you're just paying a treasure drawing.
Just getting another treasure
Dude, I feel-
and drawing a card.
There's like a heaviness in the air right now, dude.
I think Kevin's
I
disappointed.
think it's our collective judgment over
Let
you
me
not
give you-
full sending.
I'm gonna play a land for turn. All right, now that I have so much mana.
And then I love that there's another third, like
With
there's
crits.
4 exile piles.
That's fucking nuts.
Tap 4. I'm going to play Sibling Rivalry.
What?
Gain control of target artifact or creature until the end of the turn. Untap it, it gains haste, and create a tapped Power Stone token. So I'm gonna get Baku.
Power Stone.
Enters a tapped Power Stone, that is correct. All right, cool, so this will resolve.
¿Por qué lo hiciste?
So,
Shame.
Speaking
Take it-
French.
What's that?
No.
That was Spanish.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Like, I know a little French.
He
Okay,
does speak French.
Do you really? Yeah. It's impressive. Oui.
cool. So, I feel I want to bring back Rowan, but I don't want to get lightning helixed. If I don't swing this at you, will you not?
You know he plays optimally. If you're a threat, he's gonna hit you. If I'm a threat, he's gonna hit me.
You-
Deals
for a
are
reason.
also a thing that you can.
What do you mean? Like the next time you recast it, you want me to give you a turn? You want me to let you untap with it the next time you recast it?
That sounds terrible.
That's an awful deal.
That's for us. It's terrible. He's losing
For
life.
you guys?
yeah, but
I'm
then
curious to see what happens.
on
He's
the
in
one
martial
turn-
arts. He's looking to do the cutthroat kill too. He's like 1 punch death
No,
punch.
no. I'm like Miyagi, dude. We're good.
You're
wax
wax
on,
on,
wax
wax
off,
off.
wax off.
Yeah.
You're just.
Danielson, listen to Danielson right now.
But I feel like that's more like Aikido when you're just like more
No, I'm not
defensive.
Aikido. No, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna move to combat.
Yeah,
Let's
throwing kicks.
swing at Daniel.
I didn't see
That's
that coming. I didn't see it
rude.
coming.
What?
Exile the top card of
So
each
everyone
player's
reveals.
library.
Everyone reveals.
I thought
Bonders
we were
and
cool.
Clay.
Beast Within.
Creature of the Schism.
But I'm gonna get them all.
Grolnok
I'm gonna
Whale.
get them all.
Wait, you get them or I get them?
There's still fetch counters, and you don't have Halden, so you're never gonna be able to get
That's
them.
why I was saying you should have attacked him.
I have a plan.
Yeah.
So it's only gonna get. We need to put 2 more counters on it to go to 8.
Do you have a response to my attack?
To your big old thing hitting me.
To my
with-
big old middle finger.
That was a crazy decision.
That's
and I'm shook.
11.
That's 11.
Oh my god.
No, it's great. It's my pocket.
No responses to the attack. I'm tapped.
I'm really curious to see if you're gonna follow it up with like Disciple of Bolas.
So I'll take the 11. So
Okay.
I'll be to 23.
Go to second main, tap Swamp, and play Bone Shards. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature or discard a card, destroy target creature or planeswalker. So I'm gonna sack Paco and destroy Big Fetchy Man.
I have no responses.
Really?
Goes to you.
That's rude as fuck.
I'm sorry, that's
Oh,
what my...
what did this side of the table do to you?
Dude, all you gotta do now is use it to draw a card or something along the way.
That's insane.
All right. So this dies. This dies.
Sorry.
Salt level high. Salt level high.
I'm going to pass the turn.
I'm gonna untap my upkeep. I'll draw a card for turn. Play an island for my turn. I'm gonna tap for 2 green and a colorless. I'm gonna cast Thrashing Brontodon.
Oh yeah, destroy that black market.
Yeah, as a creature dinosaur, I can pay 1 so I can sacrifice it at a destroy target artifact or enchantment.
Can't let. I mean, you can wait to see if we get anything with haste.
I am gonna wait. That's,
But like, you should not let him untap with that black market.
no, that's definitely the thing. If I was being really pity, I would get rid of his thing.
He's
but
been, he's besides Larry, he's been
Spirit
controlling.
the spirit thing. If I was really
You'd have
pity,
to really be after the Spirit Kingdom, dude.
That's fair.
Like, this is probably like the second worst permanent on this board. You know,
Yeah,
I
the
look
con-
at the Power Stone token.
like tap for a green and 2 blue. I'm gonna cast Biovisionary. It is a creature human wizard. At the beginning of my end step, if I control 4 creatures named Biovisionary, I win the game. Honestly, he's just there to be a blocker at this point. I'm gonna pass my turn. Go ahead.
All right, untap. Upkeep draw.
Either he was gonna ruin it or I was gonna ruin it. Somebody was gonna step on your cake, bro.
Someone
It's
was
all
gonna
good.
step on the cake, huh?
Nobody wanted Paco around.
You're gonna poop in my taco.
Little poop in your cereal.
Piss in your Cheerios.
Piss in your Cheerios.
That's disgusting.
Like, if there's no way around the bullshit you're gonna have to deal with, you just have to deal with the bullshit.
Just add a little tapatio.
That's your thing, man.
Tap 5. Cast Vial Smaster the Fierce back out here. I'm gonna tap 3, red green, and I'm gonna cast Felden Dread Wolf Herald. Human Druid 3/3. Whenever you cast a spell from exile or land enters the battlefield under your control, from exile, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. I can pay 1, tap it, discard a card, exile a top card of your library. You may play it this turn. Okay, I will take from the Ignite the Flames. I'm going to play the Underground Stadium because there's more than 2 opponents. It'll come in untapped. I will now create a green wolf. Oh! Wolf comes out due to the land triggers. I will then tap 2 black and I'll cast Dwathi Voidwalker. So, 3/2, Dwathi Rogue, Shadow. This creature can block or be blocked by only creatures with Shadow. It has a replacement effect that's going to affect your Froggy Boy. If a card would be put in an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead with a Void counter on it. So now we have the Void counter. Growth counter,
crazy.
Void counter, fetch counter, woo! So before your frog gets to see it hit here, instead it'll just go to exile with a Void counter. Then I can tap and sacrifice him, choose an exiled card an opponent owns with a Void counter on it. You may play it this turn without paying its mana cost.
Sounds like a lot of text. I hate it. I'm gonna respond
Okay.
to the Douthie Voidwalker.
Dothy on the stack.
I'll pay 2 and cycle Will of the Allhunter. A Spirit Cairn. I'll pay, make a spirit, draw a card.
Did you say Spirit Karen?
Yeah, Spirit Cairn. I wants to talk to the Douthie
You're gonna
to the
attack me?
manager at the Douthie Mart. You know?
Okay, so this hits the battlefield. These cards, because now the end of turn and I'm not using them, are just gonna go into full exile.
So you have void counters, you have croak counters, you have fetch counters, and then your regular exile.
And I will ship the turn to Larry.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'll play a Plains as my land for turn. I'll pay 4, double white, double red, and escape 5 cards from my graveyard. So I'll leave behind the 2 creatures and exile the rest of the cards to bring Phlage into play. When he enters the battlefield, sacrifice him unless it escaped. It has escaped! And when he enters the battlefield, it is Lightning Helix time. Deuces Douthie, and I gain 3 life up to 46.
You almost did something. You could have been a contender.
He would have absolutely crushed my dreams, but I wasn't going to see it. Declare battle. Mike, 1 in the air.
34.
Pass.
I guess I do have the second most life.
All right.
I do have a response on your instant.
You gonna do it?
I will do it.
No, you don't have to.
I will sack my dinosaur.
The black market?
To get rid of the black market. That put in enough work.
And meanwhile, Spirit Karen, still here, talking to the manager at the Douthie Mart.
Yes, now Delphi is fired.
I'm gonna untap, upkeep, a draw for turn.
Yet Karen and Brad.
I'm gonna float a red.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna play Rakdos Carnarium, bouncing that back to my hand. Tap it all.
I gave you a foil one. How are you going to forget?
Bring her out, bring her out.
Tamatoa shiny.
That's all she wrote.
So again, our deal is this untaps. I don't do anything about it with Phlage.
Yeah, that's nice.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, draw my card. Hey, Lynch, want to make a deal?
What's the deal?
If I give you something, you promise not to come my way with it?
You're going to give me something?
Yeah.
And don't hit you with the thing
Yeah,
you give
but it's
me?
a very strong thing that you can use against them.
I'll take that deal. I have Vengeance first, killing my Paco and Halden in one shot.
Perfect. Now we're cooking.
And then, you know, we have a rivalry that goes anyways.
You should be very careful.
I should be, but I did take 11.
You wouldn't want your alliances to taint the way that others, you know.
We've already felt that, though.
Dude, it's been felt really,
We're in the kitchen.
really much. I'm gonna cast a
It's
spicy.
time to cook.
Jesse,
It's from Breaking Bad.
Breaking
Jesse.
Bad. Jesse, we need to cook. Oh man, I'm gonna tap for 3. Man, I'm gonna cast a spell. Not many people. Well, I don't really see that often. I'm gonna cast Wrong Turn. I'm gonna target opponent, gain control of target creature. You're gonna gain control of his commander.
Page.
So now you can untap with it and attack with it.
I like that a lot.
Just permanent control.
Yeah.
Or attacks?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Woo,
Yeah.
woo, woo, woo,
Get rid of that.
Hit him with his own dude.
I can't gain control because it says target opponent gains
You
control.
know, I might actually just go there.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, that's
So
what that's.
because the fucking blocker Spiritu, gotta blow up the enchantment before we can deal with the Spiritu blocker problem.
If I had Skull Clamp, we could talk. But this is some proud jank.
But his Proud Jank that's very effective with blocking.
I'll play my land for turn. I'm gonna play Sequestered Stash. Let's to further just show you how salty I'm getting hit by 11. Just to further do it, I'm gonna activate Field of Ruin. I'm gonna tap it. I'm gonna sacrifice it. Destroy target non-basic land an opponent controls. I'm gonna target this.
Double man!
And then
He said, "Bring it, brother!"
and then
I mean,
coming
it's
for you,
okay.
bro.
It's okay.
and then each player may search their land for a basic land, put it onto the battlefield.
Each player?
Each player.
Does it come in tap?
Tap.
No, it does not.
Not tapped?
Untapped. It just comes into the battlefield.
Okay.
And
I'll
a message.
I'll get a mountain.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts. Daniel's in his feelings.
The full message hasn't been sent. You know what's happening right now? The 3 dots are still
wait,
appearing
there's
for
more.
Daniel.
Oh wait, there's more. I'm gonna get an island.
This is Commander.
It's time for the clapback.
That's the thing. Nobody's salty, dude. This is hilarious.
This is great.
I'm gonna pass my turn after that.
Untap.
You have
I'm really
so much.
excited. I have a lot of mana. Untap, upkeep, draw. So I'm going to play a training center, and because I have 2 more opponents, it doesn't come in tap. I'm going to tap 7. The important note are 2 green.
Cool.
Zorpindel, Hunger Dominus. Pretty relevant right now. It has reach, boom, and see, as Larry would say, at the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn.
Holy malls.
Oh, whoa, Vial Smasher trigger.
Oh, it's the first spell
Whenever you
cast.
cast
this
your
turn.
first spell.
Correct. That trigger.
No.
7 is the damage value of the trigger.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's
Six,
random.
6, 6, Satan.
You fucking got him. Let's go.
7 damage is coming your way. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
Definitely.
Let's go. Let's go.
I'm having so much fun. All right, combat. You kind of have to full send when
Fuck
you have
my shit up,
Zorpindel
bro.
on
Let's
the
go.
field in case someone removes it. So I'm going to be full sending.
At the beginning of combat, goes to 6, goes to 4, goes to 4, goes to 12.
Tapping out. All my creatures are attacking. I'm going to send all on attack trigger.
Pew pew.
False.
And then I get to gain 3 life. 1, 2, 3. Because it says when it attacks, deal 3 damage, and you said your lightning helix, you know, fun shenanigans. 12 coming at you, and then the rest at Larry because he's at 46 and he needs to come join the lower life total.
4, 8, and 6, 14. I take 14, go to 32.
And that is commander damage from Larry.
You're at 7?
Let's go.
You hit him for 12.
You know, it sucks that you also got hit for the Vial Smasher damage. I will tap 5, notably 2 red, the Kitchen Triumph in the Badlands, and I'll cast Plarg and Asari, keeping the Exile Matters theme going.
At the beginning of your upkeep, I've never seen this card. It's pretty hot. Each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card. An opponent chooses a non-land card exiled this way. You may cast up to 2 spells from among the other cards exiled this way.
So basically, 3 cards will be exiled. One opponent chooses which one I won't get to cast, and I get to cast the other ones.
Yeah.
One opponent chooses 1 card, then I may cast the 2 other spells without paying a
free,
mana
yeah.
cost.
Sounds pretty bonkers.
I love that I have the Passion Archaeologist out. Makes this tech hot. Even if I don't do it, at least people saw what maybe I could do. They saw my potential. That could have been a contender.
I could have been a contender doing 12 damage.
Bro, yeah, you just swung like the kitchen sink at me.
I actually feel pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm at 32.
I pass the turn. Tap
Prior to
out.
the end of the turn, I'll pay 3 and cast Radiance Judgment on my own commander. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Has cycling, but that's not what I'm here to do. That'll go to my graveyard.
Probably not what you wanted to use it.
Mine! My thing. You guys want to cook? I'm going to be the food
I
department.
can't believe you left Zarpendel.
Untap, upkeep, draw, float a white mana from Secluded Steppe. I'll play Boros Garrison for turn, returning the Secluded Steppe. I'll cycle the Secluded Steppe and pay a white for Spirit Cairn, drawing a card,
Big brain play.
making another Spirit.
Dude, the big brain's on Brad over here. Bounced it to cycle it to get his 5 cards in the graveyard.
It's pretty hot. He needs what?
I'll
One more card?
cycle Forgotten Cave, paying a white to make a Spirit and draw another card.
He built it optimally. He's like, this deck slaps. Dude, but during Standard, the cycle deck that I was talking about, like it was slapping. It was so cheap because
Cycle used to be strong.
Isn't the Fox?
it was the thought. Yeah.
I'll
Sorry.
pay 4, exiling 5 cards from my graveyard, so double white, double red. Recast Phlage. ETB trigger, 3 damage here. I gain 3 life.
He escaped again.
Declare battle. That is my turn.
Untap, upkeep, heart
Definitely
of the motherfucking cards.
Whoa, wrong game.
I'm gonna play the mountain. I'm going to, go out swinging, as my mama told me.
Who said you have to go out?
Cracking the treasure, tapping those, and I'm going to play Dire Fleet Ravager. Menace, Death Touch. When Dire Fleet Ravager enters the battlefield, each player loses a third of their life rounded up.
I have a response.
No.
I'm gonna
Counter.
I'm gonna tap 2 mana, and from my grave, I'm gonna flashback on Otherworldly Gaze. So I look at the top 3 cards in my library, put any of them into the graveyard, put the rest on top.
Daniel would take 8, would take 13, and I would take 12.
For my Otherworld Gaze, I'm gonna put all of them into my graveyard. Image Crafter, Deranged Assistant, and Command Tower.
Okay.
And this is getting exiled. Regular exile.
Boom, pow!
Okay, so you lose 13, I lose 12, down to 23.
And I lose down to 13.
All right, that is all she wrote. I'm gonna pass the turn.
That was pretty cool. I'm gonna untap, upkeep, draw my card. Okay, well, might as well do it. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm gonna tap out for 8. I'm gonna cast my commander.
Ribbit, where my frogs at?
I can play a land from my graveyard, and I will play a Temple of the False Gods.
I'm just thinking about Karo.
I'm gonna pass my turn.
Untap. Beginning of your upkeep, each player exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile non-land card. So each of you, Blair, exile until you hit a non-land.
Moonblessed Cleric.
Whoa, Strider.
Shadowkin. The player chooses the one, and then he casts the other 2 without paying its mana cost.
There you go, buddy.
Oh shit.
Disgusting.
Let's
Let's
what
see
we
what
got.
let's see what you want to do with it.
So this helps out Larry. I'm gonna choose this one you can't use. You know it helps me out too. It mills, so you can't cast this, but you can cast these.
So I can cast these two. I'll cast the Moon-based Cleric. When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for an enchantment card, reveal it, and then shuffle and put that on top.
Yeah, so you get to draw for your turn.
So I told you my deck's all about exile, so I'm not grabbing something like Rhystic Study. Instead, I'm grabbing Ruinous Powers. Are you gonna
I'm
read
so
it again?
sorry, dude.
Do you want to
I'm
read
just
it?
like,
Go ahead.
No,
read it.
Mike,
Go
I'm
read it.
sorry,
You're
dude.
really
I'm,
good.
I'm
Yeah.
jumping the gun.
This is your voiceover preparation audition for
your
voiceovers
audition.
later.
The Ruinous Powers, enchantment for red, black, and 2 generic. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose an opponent at random. Exile the top card of that player's library. Until end of turn, you may play that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast it. When you cast a spell this way, its owner loses life equal to its mana value.
Now,
But it's on theme. I didn't get
Yeah, no.
It's
Dude, it's
exile
sweet.
matters.
It's sweet.
now read that in French.
So this goes to
On
the
top of your
the
library, and then you draw it for turn because this happened at your
Well,
upkeep.
first he has to cast his
But I will now also cast Woe Strider.
Or trigger 1 and then trigger 2.
Sorry. There we go.
Sorry to hear.
So 2 Summoning Sick Wolves here. This one's not Summoning Sick. Because I cast Moonblaze Carrick, Ruinous Powers go to the top of my library. Then Falden, the Dread Wolf Herald will trigger. So whenever you cast a spell from exile or a land enters a battlefield under your control from exile, create a 2/2 Green Wolf creature token. So I'll create a Green Wolf creature token. This one will be Summoning Sick. This one won't. I will then choose to cast the Woe Strider. When it ETBs, create a 0/1 white goat creature. It's the goat! And as Toby Maguire said, Toby got bit by a spider and I got bit by a goat. Because, you know, he turned into Spider-Man and Eminem says he's the goat. Anyway.
He's pretty good.
Whenever sack another creature, scry 1. That's kind of cool. Because I cast a spell from exile, Falden will trigger and I'll get a second Summoning Sick Wolf. I will now draw the card for turn, which is the Ruinous Powers that you guys are all aware of. At 4, what are you gonna?
I'm gonna pay everything.
Well, he would kill all these and go to 1 life.
Yeah, I could do that.
Paid 4, he's just dead.
I might just kill you instead.
Damn,
It's about
bro.
asserting dominance and peeing on trees. All right, I'll tap black, red, 2 colorless. Cast the Ruinous Powers. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose an opponent at random. Exile top card of that player's library. Until end of turn, you may play that card. You may spend mana or any mana to color to cast it. When you cast it, owner loses life equal to its mana value. Keep in the exile theme. Straw. Pay 1. Tap my Feldhorn. Discard my Rift Sweeper because I don't want to get anything out of my exile. I've been looking at it. I think I'm just going to discard that. Then I may exile the top card of my library and may play it this turn. 3 visits.
More mana.
Damn, you are
Sick
swimming.
with
You're
it.
getting flooded, my sir.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 visits. Yeah. You gotta get excited about this, Mike.
If I want to get another wolf, I can make another wolf.
The forest got wolves in them, dude, and fairies apparently. Excellent. Use all of your manas.
All right. I'm going to tap 4 mana. I'm going to recast Tharasios. Triton Hero. Make room for the Triton King. Merfolk Wizard. He doesn't have to go to the wizard's room. He pees in the ocean.
Little wizard.
I mean, he lives in the ocean, so he must pee in the ocean.
Now we're going to keep doing what this deck wants to do, y'all. Let's go.
3 visits?
I'll tap 2. I'm going to cast 3 visits. Trigger Feldhorn. Make
a
another
wolf.
wolf. Trigger Passion Archaeologist. 2 damage. Wah, 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 wah.
All 3 of those visits, dude. All 3. We're visiting there, we're visiting there, we're visiting lands.
You're still too high of a life total, so I'm hitting you for a whopping 2.
You would hit your own hype
Wah,
man.
wah, wah.
Bang, bang.
Have fun. Dude, that's no way to go about heraldry. Okay, how's the realm gonna know about how badass you are now?
What is it? Poured out with the Witcher? What is it?
Toss a coin.
Toss a coin to your Witcher. Poured out for your Witcher.
We should
Pour
write
it
to
out
Henry
for your
Cavill, see if he
wizard.
wants to come learn to play magic.
I'm sure.
What,
he knows
Henry
how to play
Cavill?
Magic.
All right, so I will put the forest into play to not shock myself. Probably should have sacked a wolf and scried to see if I wanted to cast that. Note for next time. Learn from my mistakes. Okay, so we'll go to combat
Zorpindel trigger. I'm part of the HOA.
Yeah.
because I don't know if it's fun to kill him just yet.
It's not. It's not fun at all.
Make your own fun, bro.
So I'll send Zorbindel at Larry, these 2 at you.
Got removal, dog? Hope so. I'm gonna block Zorpindel with a spirit.
I'm going to respond.
Yes, responding.
I'm gonna be Devil. Destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. Yeah. Bang, bang.
That one?
That one.
Okay, in response,
You made me do it.
I did. I will instead sacrifice this to the Woe Strider's ability. Scry one. That's going to the bottom.
It'll land, I'm assuming.
Nature's Law.
I will then block the wolf.
So they both die.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of my spirits dies.
Second main, pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep,
Good stuff.
draw.
You're at a lot of people's mercy right now.
More magic, please, more.
I'm going to declare battle. Mike, I'll attack you with 2 spirits in the air.
I have a Zorpindel trigger that
Yeah, buffs everything. Then Phlage will be attacking you, Daniel. I get a Phlage trigger. I'll Lightning Helix your face and gain 3.
I'll throw my Vial Visionary in front of it.
take 2, go to 19.
Second main phase, I'm going to cast a card that has cycling.
Well, yeah.
I'll pay
oh, yeah,
6 and cast a Chroma's Vengeance. Destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantment. Has cycling.
That sucks.
Get wrecked.
I'm going to respond.
But my frog.
Pero mirala.
¿Para qué?
¿Por qué lo hiciste?
I'm going to tap 2 green first. I'm going to sacrifice the goat and a wolf. Make him indestructible.
Sure.
Zorpindel's second ability, which I thought I'd never use. Sacrifice 2 other creatures, put an indestructible counter on Zorpindel, Hunger Diminis. I'm going to still continue to hold priority and respond. I'm going to sack Moonbase Cleric to Scry 1.
Woe Strider's pretty sick, dude.
Right there under Fetid him.
All artifacts and enchantments?
Yes.
Everything's going down.
Everything but
your lands. You're good.
G.
I don't know. All right, I'm going to put that to the bottom. I'm going to sack
You get a bunch more.
Feldhorn.
Scry 1.
Scry 1 to the Woe Strider. Yep, leave that there. Woe Strider goes to you. This is indestructible. This goes to the command zone. These go to my
A Chroma's house
Graveyard.
cleaning company.
the wolves.
Get all this shit out of here.
Oh, I thought you were gonna farewell.
No, because that doesn't have cycling.
It's true.
At least I got to keep Zorpindel.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Our boy Shane might take Zorpindel for a ride.
I want to take you for a ride. Remember that was the crazy
Oh my
tacky
God.
song.
Yeah, I pass.
All right. Wow, I did not expect
You're
to do
still
this.
alive.
Look at this, guys.
You're doing it.
It's my favorite part of Magic. Just untapping and enjoying the festivities. All right, untap. Draw for turn. That
I'm
doesn't
glad I
do
3
nothing.
visited.
3, 4,
It's a nature's
5,
lore.
6, 7.
Should have kept the nature's
You
lore,
should
huh?
get the nature's lore.
I'll tap 4. I'm gonna play Dredge the Mire. It's a sorcery for 3 and a black. Each opponent chooses a creature in their graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under my control. Rebuild my board state.
Okay.
Was my commander at
Oh, you're a
3
beautiful
casts?
man.
Well, you don't get to keep it.
No.
You get an ETB.
I get my life a little.
Yeah, you
little-
get 3
little
life, dude.
back. I appreciate that.
I'll give you a Rift Sweeper.
Oh, you can get one of your cards that's been exiled back into your deck.
You shuffle it back.
Enter the battlefield. I will shuffle back in my Preacher of the Schism. And then I'm gonna pop Larry for 3.
What? Are you serious?
You're at the highest life total.
I know, but I thought
much
we
did
were
you
working
gain?
together. He's the one with the indestructible thing.
So we'll go to
You know,
21.
I thought
And then
we
you
were
gain
cool.
3.
Yeah.
Gain 3.
Look at all the tidings I'm giving. And this goes back to my graveyard
Yeah.
because it wasn't
It
escaped.
wasn't escaped.
I'm gonna shuffle that back in. I didn't expect to be alive right now. I'm gonna tap 3, 1 black and 2 colorless, and play a loyal subordinate. That doesn't really matter right now because I don't have my commander, but it's a 3/1 menace and has lieutenant at the beginning of my combat on my turn. If I control my commander, each opponent loses 3 life, and I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Let's play something. So I'm gonna tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. And cast my commander again.
Sorry, doesn't he cost 10 now?
Yeah, it'd be 10.
Oh, it'll be 10. Oh. 10. Now that he's out, I can play a land for a turn with my croak counters on it. Yeah.
Good.
You guys Oh, man.
I only snort when it's really good. When it's like, when, you know.
I'll play a Hinterland Harbor for my land for a turn. Comes an untap because I control a forest and an island. Pass my turn.
Okay. Untap.
I'm scared of your frog, dude.
Draw for turn.
So this has an indestructible counter on it, like indefinitely, right?
Put it indestructible. I should probably have something that denotes that. This little.
Noted.
I like that.
Trinkets. Yes.
It's got an indestructible counter. All right. I'll tap 3. I'm going to cast Ballad Recovery. Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. responses? I'm just gonna go for Paco. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cast Paco for 5.
Double.
So I'm gonna tap 5. Paco's out here in these streets. Fuck my commanders. I like Paco better. He's such a good dog. Look at his little tongue. He's such a good dog.
Well,
I'm gonna go to combat.
Doubled with haste.
Double power with haste. I will then swing, coming at Larry.
On attack.
On attack trigger, we exile.
Go fetch.
Any creatures?
Rights of Flourishing.
No creatures?
No.
Decree of Justice, though. Kind of sad.
So
That would've been
this is 10 damage here.
Yeah.
These all will go in the fetch pile.
Wait, this is 10, and then this is 8.
Correct.
So I'm taking 18 damage. I guess prior to blocks,
Okay, prior to blocks.
I'll cycle Scrap.
Swords, going for the
Digging.
swords. I need a sword or a path for the Zorpindel.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna take 18.
Sean's gonna be really happy about that. Are you happy? You were last time we played. You're like, you need to hit Larry for like 15 or more damage to make it exciting.
I'm gonna
Are
take-
you not
guy, I was
entertained?
about
We
to
go
just
into
hit Larry for
3.
18. What were you at?
8. I was at 21. I took 18. I go to 3.
I'm gonna pass a turn.
Untap. How many cards do you have in hand?
1.
Well, if it's a counter, then fuck me. I'll pay 4 and cast Panharmonicon.
Oh.
I'll pay 5 and cast Karmic Guide.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. If an artifact or creature entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. I'm gonna pay 5 and cast Karmic Guide. ETB, Flying, Protection from Black, Echo. So during my next upkeep, after this permanent comes under my control, I pay its casting cost or I sacrifice it. The reason this is being played now, when it comes into play, I choose target creature card in my graveyard and put that creature into play. Twice. I'm gonna choose Phlage and Moonblessed Cleric.
Now you didn't escape it, so it will sack.
Yeah, it'll
Yes.
sack, but he gets 2 triggers.
I
of
get
his
2
commander.
triggers. Mike, I'm gonna blast you for 6 in the face, and I'm gonna gain 6 up to 9.
And go to 12.
Phlage dies. Reveal and put that card on top.
Twice, so
So
he'll keep 1.
yeah, I technically get 2 searches, but I'm only going to
searches.
search once.
In case you did a bad search the first time, you're like, you know what? I changed my mind. I had a bad search.
Yeah, JK, you know.
Let's put something else on top.
had a
Ask
bad
Jeeves
search.
that
But, I
time.
mean, then you're not technically doing a take back. You're like, I actually have 2 searches.
Yeah.
I did not expect this to go down this way, guys.
They were all at low life. He's now
Yeah.
at the highest life total.
That's
All of a
You
sudden,
were like the lowest life total the whole game. It's been like 4 hours. Now you're in this, dude. You're like in this.
I'm in it.
I'm gonna hit you in the next episode.
like, you remember that time?
He knocks whoever's in the chair before.
My deck did its thing. I'm
did.
happy.
Then Moonblessed Cleric trigger, I only get 1 enchantment, even though the trigger happens twice. So I'm gonna end up with Astral Slide on top of my library, these 2 creatures in play. And I'll pass the turn.
And we're here again,
and
gentlemen.
you're back. Yeah, that's crazy. You got 2 more turns.
It's okay. Now
That's awesome.
we're almost like even Stevens now, guys.
So with his commander's ability on the stack, he can cycle a card in response and then flicker it.
Well, no, but he can also exile any one of ours too.
I'm gonna play a swamp for turn. I'm going to pay
He's both.
5.
Yep.
Indulgent Tormentor. It is a 5/3 flying demon for 3 and 2 black. At the beginning of my upkeep, I will draw a card unless target opponent sacrifices a creature or pays 3 life. You're at 15. You're the highest life total now, Daniel.
Apparently, I don't know how that worked. Yeah. But it did.
All right, I'm swinging your Frilled Mystic back at you.
You know what? Fair enough. I will take 3.
I'm gonna pass the turn.
You mean I can untap with my frog? Let's go. I will draw my card for turn. I will play my land for turn. Forest. From the Croak counters. I see dead people. I'm gonna go to combat.
What's that?
Miracle.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna
Gonna
swing.
lick the toad and trip out, yeah.
I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna swing my frog at Lynch because he
I
can't
know.
block.
I'm open.
Yeah,
I'll
so
take
that's
it.
3 commander damage. On attack, I mill 3. See what we get. An Ancient Tomb, more land, awesome. A Mass Diminish, and a Spore Frog.
Oh, damn, cuz.
That's actually not bad. Then you go to
Spore
Necroaks.
Frog is best frog.
So damage happens, cool. Main phase 2. I'm going to cast from the Croaky zone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna cast my Mirror Mad Phantasm for 5. It's a creature spirit with flying. I could pay 1 in a blue. I can shuffle it into my library, and if I do, he or she reveals the top card of my library until I reveal this card named Mirror Mad Phantasm. That player puts the card onto the battlefield, and all other cards go to the graveyard. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna pay a blue and a green.
Put a bunch of stuff into exile.
So now this is shuffles back in. So now I'm gonna mill until I hit that card. Cut me up.
Top third going down.
I reveal cards off the top until I hit it.
Cue that music.
Oh, damn, the last one?
There
I cut it
she is.
okay.
Damn, all right, so
These
now,
olive crow counters.
yeah, so now this enters the battlefield again.
And you can do it again.
I can do it again.
Just mill yourself out, bro.
Why do you do it again?
But I could pay 2, I do it again.
So the Nexus, though, does that...
Be put into a graveyard from anywhere. No, actually it doesn't. I have to shuffle this in because that has to resolve first, so all of this got hit the grave. And once it hits the grave, that goes off in exiles, but this also triggers and gets put back in the grave.
Right, so you'll shuffle Nexus.
So I put this back.
Right.
I'm gonna pay 3. I'm gonna cast Azusa, Lost but Seeking. Now I have 2 additional land drops for my turn. So I will get one of them that I just saw.
You don't want to play your Ancient Tomb?
Ancient Tomb is one of them. And then my other one will be, I see it, Tropical Island. Yeah, but
He's the threat.
that's scary.
Yeah.
And it doubles.
And now I'm gonna deal with it.
And now I kind of have to deal
Or
with
you
it.
can let me kill them first.
Or I can let you kill them first.
Kill them.
If
on
you
my
do
turn.
that, I'll kill both of you.
It's also a thing.
I guarantee if you
I'm
let
just
me
kidding.
untap,
If you do that, I'll kill you,
I will
Daniel.
swing. I will swing out on both of them.
Wow,
Sorry.
he's weak. Oh,
Sorry.
why can't we be friends?
1 green. And I'm gonna cast a Spore Frog. Spore Frog has to be here. So I sacrifice Spore Frog, prevent all combat damage to be dealt this turn. Pass my turn.
Okay, here we go. Untap, keep, draw. I have more than 2 opponents, so I'll play a land. Woo, that's what I needed, more land, everybody. I'm gonna tap 3. One will be notably black. I'm gonna cast Toxic Deluge for 3 to wipe your boards, right? Because you guys are all 3 on the other
buddy.
side. I'm gonna
You
do
need to
3.
sack the Spore
I
Frog,
know, I
G.
do.
I'm not hitting you.
You killed my things.
I know, but I did promise you won't hit you. I will swing.
You gotta
and deal
sack
with
the
damage.
Spore Frog, bro.
Lord.
Look at this.
You-
You're gonna die to him next turn.
So I...
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
You know,
Because
I
of
can kill them.
toxic deluge. That's the reason why.
Okay.
Mike's trying to.
I have a response.
divide.
I have a response.
Okay.
So,
I do have to, as a cost, lose a 3 life.
yeah, so I'm gonna pay 2 life because of Ancient Tomb. Tap for 2 blue. Then I'm gonna flash out Overcharged Alligum. Flash Flying Exploit. When it enters the battlefield, I may sacrifice a creature. I'm gonna sacrifice Azusa. She's gone.
What happens when it explodes?
When it exploits a creature, counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. I'm gonna counter that.
I'll take that back, sir.
I need my creature.
Hey, we are friends.
Plus, I wanted to use cool counter spells. This is a cool counter spell.
That is a cool counterspell.
All right. I will go to combat.
In the end, it doesn't even matter. It's true. I
have 9.
I love Green Day.
I have 9.
Oh, God.
This guy gets it, dude. Yeah.
I'll tap 7. Recast Vial Smasher.
Damn.
I'll go to combat. Zoprindel will double all my creatures' power. I'll swing Paco. I'll swing at Larry. Attack trigger. We all reveal any creatures.
that would-
No creatures. So these all come under my. So this will go to 8.
I'll block with Karmic Guide.
Okay. Pass a turn. Sadly.
Untap.
Only I had Halden out to use
Upkeep.
this.
Draw.
I'm sorry.
You know what's funny? I've had that Toxic Deluge since my opening hand.
Really?
No, that Toxic Deluge was mine.
No?
Yeah.
Oh, you used yours.
I'll pay 2 and cast Recommission. Return target artifact or creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If a creature enters the battlefield this way, it enters with an additional +1 counter on it. I'm going to target Phlage.
Because it's 3.
So, oh, he just killed you straight out.
Phlage, ETB.
Hellbent. Jazz hand.
He has enough to escape again. Ugh. Gross.
Phlage, ETB, or sacrifice unless I escape, and deals 3 damage to 2 Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix, Lightning Helix. I'll gain 6 up to 15.
Who saw this coming? Did you see that I was going to lose greatly after I had a commanding board presence?
Board wipe. That's how.
Yeah. Do you run enough removal? Man, I thought that Toxic Deluge had me like secured for the win.
I'll pay 4 and
That was
cast
unfortunate.
Ardent Elementalist.
Yeah, buddy. Love that card.
When it enters the battlefield, I return target instant or sorcery card from my graveyard to my hand. Twice. Recommission and Scrap are the 2 instants and sorceries I will return.
The one that just returned to 3 to make
Hell
Phage
yeah.
happen again.
Yep.
I'll pay 2 and cast Recommission again, targeting Phlage.
Damn.
I'll deal 6 to Daniel.
What?
You know what?
21.
You're at 1?
That's insane. After I stopped the thing from Brian,
You should have let
You
me
had to
kill
stop.
him.
You could have just Spore Frogged, and then, you know, I wouldn't be mad at you, and I would have killed him. Pass the turn after that.
All right. Untap. Upkeep trigger. Daniel, would you like to sack a creature, pay 3 life, or let me draw an extra card?
You know what? You go ahead and draw a card, sir, and you deal with this.
Okay.
Go ahead and draw that
I will
card.
draw an extra card, and then I'll draw 1 more. Do I want to do this? Do I want to just like speed up the game a little bit?
I can do things.
Oh yeah, you have counters, but you have no mana.
No, I mean, not to you. To that mess.
You can do things to that mess?
Yeah.
So I shouldn't take you out of the game right now?
Oh.
Probably not, because I can do good things to that mess. Because
Or-
I can take his life down to minimum half.
All right, I'm gonna tap 5, and I'm going to play Archfiend of Depravity. That is not the card that would have taken you out, but Archfiend of Depravity, it's a 3 and 2 black creature demon, flying 5/4. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, that player chooses up to 2 creatures they control and sacrifices the rest. It doesn't hurt Larry, but it is a big old blocker. All right, I'm gonna swing my 5/3 Indulgent Tormentor at you, Larry.
Okay, I'll take 5, go to 16.
Pass the
I
turn.
could. All right, it's on tap.
So I have your
Upkeep.
land. I have your study.
Draw. You do. I'm gonna play my land for turn for my Croaky Zone. It's gonna be Rogue's Passage. Tap for
Unblockable
2,
frog.
3 mana. I'm gonna cast from the Croak Zone. Celifad, Face Taker. This creature can be blocked. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I may have it become a target copy of another target creature until the end of turn, except that its base power 1/4, and this creature cannot be blocked. I'm gonna tap 3 and then cast Mirage Mirror.
That's pretty dope.
That one will do it. So now I'm gonna pay 2 and have Mirage Mirror become a copy of
Zorpendel.
Zorvendel. So yeah, and I wasted 3 mana.
Looks like you're gonna get to die too, dude.
I've been living on the edge.
You have flyers? You have flyers over there? Okay, I just have to do it like this then. I'm gonna pay 4, and I'm gonna pay 2, another 2. I'm gonna cast from the Croak Zone, Phantom Wings. I'm gonna enchant my creature has flying, and I can sacrifice it, return enchanted creature to my hand. I'm gonna enchant my Croaky boy, the Grolnok, my commander. So now he has flying. Flying frog.
Magnolia.
Yes, and I'm going to, okay, I'm gonna go to combat. Since my Mirage Mirror is a copy of your
Zorpendel.
Zorfindel, everything gets doubled in power.
Correct.
I'm gonna
On the
swing.
beginning of your combat, Supplement Facebreaker.
I would become a copy of.
You could do haste if you want to Paco.
Yeah, I'll get Paco, sure. I'm gonna swing my Phantasm and overcharged Algium at Larry. I'm gonna swing my Frog Boy at Lynch, and I'm gonna swing Paco on attack of Paco.
Paco trigger. I have a creature.
Exile mine too, right? Or just
Yes, everyone.
Seismic Monster Sword.
Is that a creature?
Yeah.
So you get 2+1 counters.
So my Frog will trigger on attack, Alchemist Refuge, Ghostly Wings, and Wayward Tooth. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
The power are doubled, so Lynch, you're gonna take 6 in the air, and you're gonna take 4 on the floor. Larry, you're gonna take 10 plus 6, so you're gonna take 16 exactly.
Unless you guys have responses to blocks. We're resolving this. Me and Larry die.
Yep.
Cool.
Officially,
You're at 16.
Daniel
He did
is
16 damage?
Doubled.
Yeah, so it's exactly 16.
Daniel is officially my arch enemy. I will be killing you first from now on, sneaky Daniel.
Look at us now. Who'd have thought?
Nah,
Who'd have thought we'd be here, Larry? Not me.
1, 2, 3, 4 mana from the Croak Zone. I'm gonna cast Profaner of the Dead, and it's gonna exploit. And when it exploits, I'm gonna, I'm gonna exploit this. So it's gonna sacrifice this. So when Profaner of the Dead exploits a creature, return to their owner's hands all creatures opponents control, toughness less than the exploited creature, so it's 6. So creatures,
Everything?
yeah, or bounce to your hand.
Okay.
It's so good at Marquesa.
My end step,
All right, take it away. Let's do it.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm gonna tap 4. I'm gonna play Spiteful Visions.
what does that do?
At the beginning of each player's draw step, they draw an additional card. Whenever a player draws a card, Spiteful Visions deals 1 damage to
Are
that
you
player.
fucking kidding
And I
me?
will pass the turn.
On tap, upkeep. In response to that,
Yes. But then he loses.
And then you would lose a life.
so that triggers because
There's 1 damage on the stack now if
Yeah.
you drew the card.
yeah, so 1 damage on the stack, I drew the card. In response to that, I'm gonna pay 3 mana. And from the Croak Zone, I'm gonna cast Dissonant Wave from the Emerald Dragon for the instant. Counter target activated or triggered ability from a non-creature source. So I'm gonna counter that,
Okay.
the ability.
And then you would
Okay,
draw.
so anytime
time.
you draw a card, you take a damage. Any card you draw, even your card for turn.
At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Whenever a player is whenever a trigger.
Yeah, it's a trigger.
So you're able to counter the first one, but
Okay.
then you're gonna draw a second card and you're gonna get another damage.
Okay, so when I draw my second card, so I still get
this is an exile.
Yeah.
'Cause you did the adventure.
yeah, so I still get the additional draw, but I'm countering whenever I draw a card, I take a damage. So I still draw that
For the
card.
1. Whenever you draw a card, deals 1 damage. You're counting the 1 damage, but then you're gonna draw another card, and then you're gonna give another damage in the stack. Because it's not Tails ending. This isn't like Trick Bind where it stops at the rest of the game.
Yeah,
You've only
no.
counted the 1 ability.
Yeah, but I'm
so
saying
you draw
I,
1 card.
I draw the card off of that.
While that was in the stack, you counter the
sorry.
ability.
Yeah, so and then when I go to my draw step, it goes back on the stack of damage, and I have a chance to respond to it. So this does go to my hand.
And now the 1 damage is on the stack again.
1 damage on the stack again. I'm gonna
excited.
tap for 2. I'm gonna make Mirage Mirror become a copy of Mad Phantasm, and so now I can pay the activated ability of it. I can pay 2, activate the ability of the Mad Phantasm, shuffling Mirage Mirror, which is that now, into my deck. So now what I'm doing, I have to reveal cards until I hit Mad Phantasm, but
don't
it's
have
not in there because now it's Mirage Mirror. So now I mill my entire deck out. It's all in the Croak Zone. So now all these are Croak counters in the Exile Zone. So now I have access to all of this. So now let's see if I actually could do it.
Yeah, you need,
Three less.
you need a trick bind. These are all.
Yeah, I don't have a response for the second one. I know the first one. That's game.
Dies at 1 life with no library.
Shane!
Good game.
By
Good
the
game.
finest of margins.
Damn, dude, that was sick.
That was sick.
I thought I had it with that one. I'm like, yes. I'm like, oh, it's every draw. Damn
now
it.
we see what happens when we leave somebody alive because we feel bad for them. They beat us in the face with spiteful vision.
You came back from that. That's insane.
I was not expecting that. I'm glad I held this. I had that last turn, and I was like,
This is when he
Daniel,
almost
I believe in you, and you pulled through for me, so I appreciate it.
killed you.
That-
He used you as
that's
the
crazy.
tank. He's like, go blast those half of the table.
That's all right.
Yeah, if you had cast that, he would have died, and then Mike would have been at 1, and then would have smashed me. I wouldn't have been able to cycle anymore, but I would have burned everyone out, I think.
the card I was talking about the whole game where I didn't want to help you was the orb.
Oh, yeah. You didn't want to cast no
I
Mesmeric
needed
Orb.
all my shit in the
That
grave, but
did.
I couldn't do it.
I had Zenith Flare in hand for an age. If you had cast Mesmeric Orb, I might have
Yeah.
hit somebody for like 15 or 20.
That's why I didn't cast it. I knew
That
something
was a
was
standard
going to
all-star
happen.
too.
Damn.
What was it like to get your first one on the show, bud?
It was nerve-wracking, nail-biting, but you know what? I ain't no coward. I kept it till the end, and I'm happy.
That was nuts.
That was pretty wild. See, you should have let me kill him.
I should have, but I got
I
2
gave
kills
you
and
the
I
deal.
almost get it.
I gave you the deal. I was like, let me swing.
I thought the dragon would have done it.
It would have been tough to like let your board get wiped in that spot.
we were all like,
It was literally
yeah.
standoff.
it was like
man.
heat, dude. We're just gunfire everywhere.
Yeah,
like the
but I mean,
Matrix
you coming through for 18 was key. Like
Oh,
fucking
definitely.
Zorpindel, dude, that motherfucking card.
1/3 of our lives going away. That changed the whole game.
Yeah, dude, totally.
Hey guys, every other Friday, come support I Hate Your Deck. Support us on Patreon if you can. If you want to play the Discord, hey, we met him playing in the Discord, both Larry and I. He's building his kill stash. That really is him in the Discord. If you're in the Discord,
Yes.
that's the real guy,
Yeah.
the full
Guilty.
stash.
Also known as Villainous Krill Stash for you fans of seafood. It's good.
The flavor saver never stops. So again, if you can support us, appreciate it. We'll keep making episodes every other Friday, and hopefully, maybe we can go more every week if we're able to get enough support. And until then, I'll hate your deck, and I hated that deck. No, I'm just kidding. All right, peace. If you really want to support I Hate Your Deck, there's a lot of ways to help support us. Number one way is through Patreon. Patreon is a great place where you get to join our community. We have a Discord where we play a lot of Magic with our friends, and there's such a community of people from around the world in our Discord. So if you want access to our deck list, do you want to play Magic with a lot of people from all over the world and interact or help brew your decks, The I Hate Your Deck Discord through Patreon will help you get all that done. Hey, if you've been liking I Hate Your Deck, hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell to get notifications when we have new episodes coming out. And we also have bonus episodes. If you want to see those bonus episodes that were too hot for YouTube, join our Patreon to check that out.
Hey, it's time for the random Patreon shoutouts. I'd like to thank Dukas Pukas, Erica Del Don, and Brent Elitis. Thanks, guys.
If you want a shout out, you need to be a tier 4 or tier 5 patron where we give shout outs. Now, we love all of our patrons, but it's just one of the perks of being a tier 4 or tier 5 patron. Without you patrons, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we wouldn't be able to keep making content. So thank you so much for helping us make this show a reality, and we're really excited to keep bringing you great content for the years to come. I can't wait to be able to bring my son on the channel once he gets old enough, let me tell you.
I Hate Your Deck. Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out and slinging spells. Wizards of the West Coast. Tapping out and slinging spells. I hate your deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I hate your deck. Wizards of the West Coast. I hate your deck. Join the I Hate Your Deck Patreon exclusive Discord to get the various benefits and be able to play Commander daily with people from around the world in our global community. I Hate Your Deck.